Never see a happy day, not unless you learn to hold on to someone, baby. Slowly as without a trace, hold on to someone, baby.
Hits in football.
Yeah. Double up so many people, man. They hit me. Whether it be Facebook or Twitter, email, man. They ask me.
Big Blue. When Ben Kerner moved his NBA team from Milwaukee to St. Louis in 1954, he brought with him a player who would wear the St. Louis Hawks uniform for 11 seasons and who would become one of the greatest players in the history of the game. For a guy who was cut from his high school team, he did pretty well. Bob Pettit was called the Stan Musial of basketball in St. Louis, an all-star all 11 seasons he played here. An All-American out of LSU, he was a first-round draft choice. Pettit won the NBA scoring title in his second season. He was the MVP in the NBA All-Star Game 4 times. Pettit was a tiger on the boards, averaging 20 rebounds a game in the 60-61 season. The next year, he averaged 31 points and 16 rebounds a game. Pettit scored almost 23,000 points and never dunked the basketball. He pulled down over 14,000 rebounds. Bob led the St. Louis Hawks to their only NBA championship in 1958 when the Hawks beat the Boston Celtics. With Kiel Auditorium filled to the rafters, Pettit scored 50 points in the clinching Game 6, including 19 of the Hawks' last 21 points of a 110-109 victory. Bob was named to the NBA's 50th anniversary all-time team in 1996 and elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame. One of the very best ever to play the game, the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame welcomes Bob Pettit.
Lovely intro. Let's talk about what Bob Pettit has done. He's the first player to reach 20,000 points. He was the first MVP. He's a four-time All-Star MVP. He served as a prototype for power forwards for nearly 5 decades using his quickness and his mid-range jumper. As a rookie in 1954, Pettit was too weak to battle centers for rebounds, so what he did was he took up weight training and he introduced that to the NBA. He helped the Hawks win their first and only NBA title in 1958. He's an 11-time All-Star, 10-time first All-NBA team. He's a Rookie of the Year, All-NBA second team member, 2-time scoring champ. I mean, this guy it just goes on and on. You know, and here's my thing when it comes to basketball. We always sit here and we say, well, it was only 5-6 teams back then. It was only these many teams back then. Nobody says that about football. The fact that there was so few teams means that there were fewer players, which means to get in the NBA at that time, you had to have a skill set. Now, I'm not saying these guys are more athletic or more prolific or better scorers than they are today. What I'm saying is, these guys set the trend and set the mold for today. Bob Pettit set the mold for today with the mid-range jumper. Big men wasn't popping mid-range jumpers back then. Back to the basket, hook shot. Bag you down, that fluky layup thingy that Wilt Chamberlain used to do. I don't know what to call it, but that's what big men did. So Bob Pettit changed the game with that. And again, first ever MVP. So it has to say something. So that's the whistle, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Man, y'all have a good day. Out.